between the Tennessee Titans and the Cincinnati Bengals. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Keep playing hard. Down. 60 outlaw. No gain on this defense. No gain.
Clock now on first down. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Yo, go. 55 to Mike. Let's go. Mike, get.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Lock, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
He's got his man, Boyd. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Cut.
Now. 2nd down, it's Henderson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Now. 55. Hey, eat. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. Hey, go.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Titans will get the football at their 20.
Wait, please. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. On 2nd down, this is Harris. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the one. Yard pickup sets up 3rd and 6.
Brought down by Marcus May. A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
Hot, right 20. Hey, Shell. Stand up there.
On 3rd down, Harris, and he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium, proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Goff. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Lawson. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. It's brought in by Harris. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
So when you saw him dump it off to the back, did you think he was going to pick up the 1st down there?
Well, I knew one thing. It wasn't his primary target. At least it didn't look like it. Turned out to be the play they needed, though, and it's big because it's the opening drive. So converting that 3rd down, keeping the play, not the play, the drive going.
Yeah, it certainly appeared like his downfield targets were covered. Threw a little dump off to his back, and nice effort picking up the 1st down, though. And you're right, that opening drive, keep those chains moving.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
On 2nd down and 4, Goff. It's complete to Williams. We're scoreless after 1. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. It's a 6-yard carry. It does put him just a few yards short of the goal line, but 4th down coming up. And his kick is indeed good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. He sets to fire deep, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target. Deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Block going to throw. Airing one out for Boyd. He's got a man. Complete. It's a gain of 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Locke to throw. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter, please grip.
Now a run with Henderson. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Got to get to the 26 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Throwing now is Locke. That's complete to the tight end Sample. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Persona, 60 or. Yes.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 2nd down now, it's Henderson, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them. Yeah,
that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Harris. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Out of the gun. Wrong. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Taking it about the 16. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
They look to throw. It's Locke. He completes it to Boyd. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. Now Locke, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Mike Williams as the 1st half is winding down, and the Titans have taken the lead. Precision, precision, precision. That's the definition of it right there. Great pass, great catch for the score.
Yeah, people talk about arm strength all the time. Well, if you're not precise and you're not accurate, the arm strength really doesn't matter. We saw a little bit of everything with that throw.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 30. 5-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
He'll buy some time right. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now a first down throw. Gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A shotgun snap for Gone. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. And this one is right down the middle. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. It's a gain of 35. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Clock now on first down. He gets this one to Boyd. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 34-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
All day, every day, any day. Mike, 55. Check. Five.
To throw it is Locke. Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On first down, Harris. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 2nd down, it's Harris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
And sure, you hate the end result being a sack, but my question is, why are you going play action on 3rd and long anyway? No defense is going to respect the run in that situation. They're headed straight for the quarterback.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. 25, check 25, check 25. Get it.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Locke eluding the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Clock now to throw. Complete to his tight end Sample. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Here's Locke. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Hey, Charlie. Now.
Clock will try again on 2nd down. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Locke. Over the middle, complete. It's Black. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 27-yard line. Block now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack on 1st down, Locke got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. As his guys are in for 6, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now Harris. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Goff. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check 55 to mine. Check 55. Go. We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lock. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now Lock. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6. To throw is Lock.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Being chased out left. And incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Back to throw. And this one is incomplete. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They'll run on 1st down. Henderson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. He's back to throw, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's fourth.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he'd better not rest on his laurels because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away.
Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Hey, orbit! When the rep,
now gone. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
First down, Tennessee.
Come on! 180!
On first down, Harris. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Bengals' 42-yard line.
Up! 20! You think you won't get that? You think you won't get that?
Goff. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This from 51 yards for the win. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This from 51 yards for the win. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And it'll be a hot time across the Cumberland tonight. The Titans have won it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Titans, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. And for Charles Davis and our entire
Now brothers, that's 20 goons. And ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation. Ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.